Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. It's January, as you can see. My son's got a football game this morning. Could you see the goalpost there? I mean, this is where it all starts, right? When people talk about transfers, Vlahovic, Guimaraes, Arthur, Calvert-Lewin. This is where it starts. It starts right here on a cold morning, Saturday morning, foggy. This is where these guys start from. So sometimes when they're demanding these high transfer fees and they want to get paid for the work that they're doing, they've been grafting for years, trust me. But listen, first of all, I've got to talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Really worrying news yesterday. He didn't figure in the game. Gabon taking on Thomas Partey's Ghana. It was a good game, by the way, 1-1 draw. But Aubameyang didn't play in the game, and that was because he had heart lesions. Now, it was very worrying when the news first came out, but turns out, it was just a precautionary move. The doctors at Arsenal have spoken to the doctors of Gabon, and it was just a precautionary move, and he is fine, he's doing well. Of course, he had COVID, and it's sort of a follow-on from the COVID. But he is fine. Whether he'll be returning back to Arsenal to play, that is another matter. That is something that we're going to have to wait and see. But the good news is that Aubameyang is fine, so hopefully he can be back playing for Gabon in the very next game. Now, of course, the big news is all about Dusan Vlahovic. It's Vlahovic watch again. Speaking about him every day, but the reason that is because it's such a huge transfer if it does get done. Now, if Arsenal pull this one off this January, it will be incredible news. I think what it will be doing, it will be sending a message to the other teams in the Premier League to say that Arsenal are serious. It'll be sending a message to the fans to say that Arsenal are now bringing in quality players to try to compete, to try and win the Premier League, at minimum top four. He's an absolute quality player. Now, the rumours coming out of Italy is that Fiorentina are close to accepting a £58 million bid from Arsenal for Dusan Vlahovic, and that would be huge if they accept that bid. And there's been a lot of talk saying that he won't be moving this January. If they accept that bid, then it is down to the player. It will go down to Vlahovic. Do you want to move to Arsenal? Do you want to come to the Premier League? At the moment, the only club that seems to be seriously in for him at this moment in time is Arsenal. It will be a huge deal. No doubt he'd be on huge wages, but this is a big step. If Fiorentina, and over the last few days, you've seen their president, he's been very upset with how things are sort of panning out. He's been upset with Vlahovic's agents. He's been upset with everything, really. You can't blame him. They don't want to lose their star player, but Arsenal have been very aggressive in the transfer market on this one. It's not done yet. This is only another part of the process. But if they can get this over the line, what will this say about Arsenal going forward? So let's keep an eye on this one. Will Fiorentina accept the bid? And then it's down to Dusan Vlahovic. Does he want to come to Arsenal? This is getting really interesting. Now, of course, we all know about Arsenal's problems in midfield. Spoke about it yesterday. Still incredible that we let Ainsley Maitland-Niles go, and we haven't got a replacement in that midfield area, and we're really suffering there right now, especially with Thomas Partey being away. And the way I saw some of those tackles flying in yesterday, I tell you, I'm worried for all of our players away at AFCON. But a couple of midfielders linked with a move to Arsenal, as we know. Let's first talk about Arthur Mello, of course. Again, there's a lot of talk that advanced talks are still taking place, and that this deal will be the first signing for Arsenal this January transfer window. Arsenal are keen to bring him in. I've spoken about him before. A very, very talented sort of deep line player. If I was to compare him to a player, I'd say very similar to sort of Jorginho at Chelsea, or maybe remember Santi Cazorla. When we had Santi Cazorla, sits deep, but he's not really a holding midfielder. He's like a player that picks up the ball, dictates the play. Arthur Mello is that type of player, although we haven't really seen enough of that from him since his big move to Barca and his big move to Juventus. Now, Juventus want Arsenal to pay all his wages, apparently, on this loan move. And that's been a bit of a sticking point. Apparently, Arsenal may be willing to do that. The player definitely wants to come to Arsenal. This could be a deal that gets done. I'll be excited to see him in the Premier League, excited to see how he gets on in the Arsenal setup. Of course, loads of Brazilians in there for him to get on with, in Gabriel Martinelli, and Edu's there. So, going to be interesting, this one. But it does keep looking like that could be the first signing of the January transfer window, and that could be Arthur for Arsenal. However, there is also another midfield player that Arsenal are really interested in. Edu loves this guy. This is, I think, in an ideal situation, I think this is the signing that Edu would like to make, and that is Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon. Edu wanted to get him in the summer, wasn't able to do it. Would love to bring him in. He sees him as a player that, you know, he comes in, that's our answer to the midfield, and probably would be the Granit Xhaka replacement. Now, Arsenal have been speaking to Lyon, trying to get this done. Lyon really struggling at the moment over there in the French league. Bruno Guimaraes has came out, he's been quite loyal to Lyon, saying that, listen, he's trying to make sure that Lyon can get back into Europe. But could Arsenal get this one done for Bruno Guimaraes? Now, the talk is that Lyon may be willing to accept a loan deal for Bruno Guimaraes, as long as an option is put in there where, well, not even an option, you know, there's an obligation for Arsenal to buy him at the end of that for £37.5 million. A lot of money, but that appears to be what a lot of the publications are saying, maybe, you know, the acceptance point for Lyon. Again, it's a lot of money, but he is a quality player. But maybe Arsenal might be balancing it up and saying, well, £37.5 million, let's take a chance on maybe bringing in Arthur. Doesn't cost us as much. We get to take a look at him. If he's good, he's in, you know, and we keep him in. If he's not good, then we send him back, and then we maybe in the summer go for a Bruno Guimaraes or somebody like that. Gonna be very interesting again to see what happens. This January transfer window, we're looking at some quality players, and I like this. I like the direction in which Arsenal are looking at the moment, but hey, still rumours at the moment. Let's wait and see. And finally, this one was interesting. I'm not too sure about this last rumour, but it's a rumour anyway. Donny van der Beek of Manchester United, apparently, according to 90 Mins, Arsenal interested in bringing Van der Beek in from Manchester United, where, you know, listen, he's gained the nickname Donny van der Bench because he's always on the bench. Even under Rangnick, since Rangnick's come in, he's not getting any playing time. The rumours have all been that, you know, maybe Newcastle might want him. I think he would definitely like a move, but I don't think, even though I think he's a quality player, he's just ain't had a chance. I don't think there's no way that Manchester United would sell him or loan him to Arsenal, one of their direct rivals for that top 4 position. Imagine that. If he came to Arsenal, then started playing really, really well, and Arsenal finished above Manchester United, it'd be an absolute meltdown from their fans, and it wouldn't go down well towards their board, who, let's face it, they're not the most popular people with the Man United fans as it is. So I can't see that one happening, but it's a rumour nonetheless out there today. Listen, thanks for watching today. It's freezing out here, man. I don't even know, is this game going to be on? Probably. Listen, grassroots football, mate, it'll be on. Don't worry about that. But listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, like this video, and I will see you tomorrow with another Transfer Daily.